Let's put in the seatbelt. Just kidding. This thing is a little bit bigger than the Acura, so we need a little more door room. Unlock, yes please. The great thing about a Mustang convertible is when you're working on it, you want to keep a coat hanger in it. Just kidding. The great thing about a Mustang convertible is while you're working on it, you can just put all your spare parts right in the back. You know? Right in the back. So, the point of why I bring that up is because if we can get this seatbelt to work and function properly, safety first, we can put all the pieces back together and finally almost kind of sort of be done with the Mustang. Let's call the Mustang Fairy. Mustang Fairy? Guess she's not coming. If you don't know, this is my son's car. He bought it when he was, I don't even know, 13 or 14. We'll put down a little pad to work on. Should we just? Yeah, we'll just pull out the seat too. We'll pull everything out. Make sure there's no water under here. I'm talking to myself, and I don't know if I have it on fast forward or video record. So that's wonderful. Yep. Well, I don't see any water, so that's good. We gotta zip tie up this backup camera and then get to it. But I think first we're gonna remove these bolts. We're gonna give it, oh, a hairbread. Nice. We're gonna give it a little vacuum back here. Oh, my snap-on screwdriver. Been looking for that for months. Tie down. There's that bolt. We're going to give it a little vacuum, clean up some of this junk, and then we're going to test the seatbelt, plug everything in, get it kind of mocked up, and we'll go from there. Fast forward. So I took this apart probably over a year ago, but I'm thinking that goes up there. That piece clips in there. There's a bolt that goes there. We're gonna go check the driver's side. And I thought, probably gonna get double light here, but I thought this thing went down here somewhere. Maybe it, like down on the floor. It might. I might have to. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't lean forward enough. So this is gonna go here. I don't know. Maybe that'll be a better view for you. That guy's gonna go here. And then if I remember right, this somehow worked its way up here and
looks like it plugs into this. Or maybe it plugs into this guy up here. We'll get her figured out. There's also this wire here. I'm not sure where it goes. But we'll just go look at the other side and then see if we can figure her out. Because that's what we do. It set the camera up in here, but there's really no good place to put it. So. Yeah. Working on your own car. So much fun. Yep. All right. Let's see where these plugs go. That's what I want to be working on. Not the Mustang, I'll tell you that. Flip. Forward. Looks like we're still getting a little water leakage, but that's all right. It's my kid's car. It's gonna be probably pretty hammered on. Okay, so that goes into that, which are probably upside down. That goes into the green thing. That's plugged in. Oh, some of this stuff must be for the speaker, maybe. So we gotta find the speaker. Okay, well, we'll get there. We will get there. Black, purple, black, purple. Let's see if we can find a way to prop you guys up. Well, there you go. Don't worry about all this junk. Okay. So we got a kneeling pad. This carpet's not doing nada. We got 3 screws and no speaker. Does anybody know where the speaker went? Where's the speaker? Get this put back together. There's always a place you want to check, and it's called the trunk. Because if the parts aren't inside the car, they're in the trunk. We've got speakerage. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. I think the speaker goes on after the seat belt. So we should get all that torqued down. This one goes to the speaker. You paying attention? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. This one goes on the speaker. Yes? Yes, okay. So this one up here is speaker. This one must go to the seatbelt plug chimer thingy. I don't know where this bolt goes. I feel like it goes to this upper one, which kind of looks like it does. I can't see, I gotta get to that side. I gotta steal the light for a minute. So spacer, then lock washer, then bolt. If anybody's paying attention. I doubt it. I doubt it. So this one does go on top, I believe. So I'm not sure. Where this one goes. like there's a spacer and then this locking doodad. And then this. And again, I haven't messed with this in a long time, so I could be way off. If you haven't, go ahead and hit the like button if you've made it this far. If you like the video. If you don't, well, there might be something wrong with you. Because where else are you gonna see a goofy guy put a Mustang seatbelt in? I don't know. Okay. So that's gonna go there. Go down. Probably be easier with this back window down. Now the other thing I don't know about YouTube people is how they make all their videos and don't run out of storage. What does this not go down unless the door's shut? Okay. Not working. This is just a pain in the butt, man. I'm guessing this is a T30. I think I know where that is. Might not. Should be somewhere right around there. Is this not it? I'm so confused. Okay, she's biting. Let's see if we can find that. Correction, it's a T50 drive, the Craftsman variety. Is the spacer go on top? It could. That one's not. Doesn't make any sense. I'm the problem. Earlier in the video, I said this one and the driver's side looked different. So what I found out was I pulled this bolt out of the lower piece to save it for when I got a new setup. Well, I can't find the upper one, so this ends up being a little more. It's supposed to have about that much play. It has that much play. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find some washers. We're gonna stack them up under here to move that spacer up and put some tension on this. Should work fine. Maybe, not sure. It'll have to work. This bolt will go here. For the seatbelt, this plug is gonna go here. Somehow plugs into this belt thing. This goes to the speaker. This one here, before you put the lower on, you want to feed it through the carpet. Then up here, there's a little clip for it. There was one here, it broke. I don't think it needs both. But as you can see, it looks like it's gonna work before it just did this. Okay, so since this is gonna be my kid's car, I wanna make sure everything's working. We'll have to get it hooked up, started, and see if it, you know, catches. Because if it doesn't catch, if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, you know, if it doesn't do the doo-doo, then it's not safe. So, the other thing I can't remember is how the panel goes on and how the seatbelt sits. So, yeah, that's great. But we know this works. We know this is the wrong bolt, but we're going to make it work anyways. So now we have to run this cable. Should just pull this entire seat out to make this all easier. Maybe I will. I don't know. Then I can actually sit in there. But, all right. So if you rip these apart, make sure you don't lose that bolt. This is what I'm getting at. It's somewhere in the garage, or it's in the other seatbelt that I threw in the garbage can. But either way, it's easy to get to, and we can order another one, or we'll find one at the junkyard. The only other thing is getting the speaker back in here. This plug's at the bottom, so I don't know if, I guess I can look at that one. Does it say top or up or down? No. Is seeing where this thing mounts. It should be some holes. There's a hole. A hole. Thinking either goes that way or that way. Those two are up, these two holes are on the bottom over there, so that would tell me it goes this way. All right, I'm gonna jump in here and play with this speaker, and I'll be back. I'm also gonna tuck this wire. All right, we're back. We got the backup camera cord zip tied up there. We ran it under here, hit it behind this panel, which brings us back to here. I'll show you from the other side. What a day. What a day. Who would have thought I'd been doing this all day? So, we got everything put back together. I know, I didn't do it on video. But, here's the thing. This side, let me get back in here and hurt my butt. This side's exactly the same, okay? So if you're looking to take out the speaker, I believe these are like 1/4 inch. There's 3 of those. The speaker pops out. I think that's your seatbelt indicator, or maybe ABS, maybe it's tied to the brakes. I don't know, I'm not an expert. And then your T50 bolt there. And there's another one down there. This is different than the passenger side, but I'm sure you just pop off that plastic shroud and there's a T50 there. So that's what it looks like on that side behind the panel. I just didn't show you how I did it. It looks like I have a couple things to tighten up. And then we can put the seat back in. Yay. So maybe since these are loose, if I remember correctly, this had a little bit of adjustment. maybe I can cheat this over and get the top to line up. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. That side. Which now that I think about it, we're not done because I got to pull it back off. Man, I hate cars. All that work, and we got to pull it back off because those two bolts aren't tight. Okay, so what I'm talking about, let's get back to that. I'll try to do this with one hand and show you. So you close the door and then the window goes up, right? Well, if I close the door and push on the glass a little bit, it kind of goes up in there, but then we still have this gap. It's better. I mean, you can barely see it. So if you push the door and then push in on it, it's just something's off. So that's why I was saying those two bolts, maybe I can shift the top left or right and try to close this gap up, or I'm gonna have to do something behind here and shim this top out, because I really don't think it's the door. Could be the seal. The seal's a little chewed up, but I mean, it's a cheap car and I'm not too worried about it. I'll show you this. This is the side I was worried about, and it's money. No gap. No gap. You just see how much better this side closes. But it's an 06 and it is what it is. So great. All that work for nothing. Okay, we're gonna pull the panel back off and tighten those bolts. I don't want to get everything back together and have two loose bolts behind the rear seat. So, round 36. Joe 0 Mustang 30. Say I've almost given up on this video. Anyways, I think we left off. We got the camera wire tucked. We got the door threshold put back in. Kick panel back on. This panel back on. This panel back on. That panel on. Panels for everyone. Yes, the seat is ripped. No, I'm not going to fix it. So, I did clean the leather. This is where we're at. We got to put the upper seat on, and then we got to come back up here and find out why it's wet. But I already know why it's wet. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all the interior back in. We might do the adjustment over there later. I don't know. It's kind of just a random video, but let's see if we can get this upper seat back in. Oh, well, it's not perfect. And I'm not even sure we used the right bolts in the back seat here, but we just did the right thing and found something that looked like it would work and kind of fit in the hole, and then we just sent it. So I think we're good. Both seatbelts work. Just because I'm sitting like this diesel doesn't mean this is an approved method of transportation. This isn't how your friends are going to ride around in this car. You're not going to Dukes and Hazzard it and jump in. Oh no. Yeah, it's kind of been a weird video today. Just kind of doing miscellaneous random stuff in the garage. But I like to document anytime I work on the vehicles. So we're gonna get this other door threshold on, and the other lower kick panel on the front. And then we're gonna try to find out what's going on with this wet floor. I don't know why I didn't put the top down when I was working on this thing. How come you didn't say anything? Let's rip out the front carpet and see what's going on. Oh God. How's the hair on a 1 to 10? There it is. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about with the front floor. See all that water coming out? Does anybody know where it's coming in? Okay. That's my question. And before you say, these plugs down in the cowl, they were pulled out by the previous owner. So it's not those. That's not the problem. There's no clog there. This cabin air filter's been replaced. I'm wondering if it's getting in either this or these. So, anywho, we're gonna cut, excuse me. We're gonna cut, I know, I'm a hack, live with it. We're gonna cut that padding out probably as high as we can go so we can try to figure out where the water's coming in. I see rust here, okay? And I see rust there, but I mean, it could be coming in anywhere. So we are just trying to slow it down and make it, I guess, drivable and reliable for 4 years while my kid's in school. Yeah, all right, let's cut that out and see. We'll run some water down the windshield and see if we can see where it's seeping in. After a thorough diagnostic and pouring water down the windshield, I've determined that water may be getting in under these little closeout panel clip, hold down, snap in things. Yeah, so they had these little foam pieces. We took those out. We used some white silicone last night and just popped them in, blue taped them down. It didn't look like it was working. So we went and got Supreme silicone from the hardware store. Sets up 30 minutes, window and door. It is 7 times stronger. We smeared that around. Anywhere we could potentially see water getting in, I think we're gonna put a little around this thing. I don't know what it is, maybe to set the windshield, but hopefully that will help. If you are trying to get the wipers off this thing, I would go get the tool, the little puller, because it was a pain in the butt. Yeah. Put the wipers on, and then we got new wipers, new wiper blades. Total pro. I go, why'd you want those ones? He goes, oh, bro, they're just the first ones I saw. They were also the cheapest. We also got good old JB Weld, plastic JB Weld. This light and this closeout panel for the trunk lid that goes up here on the top and bottom side of the trunk lid is broken out. So we're gonna run a bead of that JB Weld around here. And the other clip piece that goes here snapped off. It looks like this, so it can clip in. We're gonna glue that on if I can find it. Great. Where is it? Don't know. Well, we got the I don't know what you call it, upper plastic cowl on. I'm gonna try to get the windshield wipers on. Which look like crap. Should we paint them? Maybe we won't. We got the JB weld over in the oven, baking. That should work. You're not gonna see any of that, so I'm not worried about it. Also, we got the door scuff plate. I don't know what you call that piece. We're gonna put that in. We found some 3M tape. We're gonna try to pop this bad boy in and see if it works.
Should work. Doesn't.
A little poppy there, but should work. Looks good. So we're gonna go to the other side real quick. After that gets done, we'll pop on the wipers. After that's done, we can take the plastic thing out of the oven and we'll put that piece on. Making some progress. Maybe I can get this out of the garage today. Ended up having to tighten up the driver's side nut on the wiper because it wasn't moving. I didn't want to strip it out or over torque it, so I kind of went light, but yeah, she's working now. What's next? What's next? We gotta get the glove box in and we gotta get the top up. And I believe we're good to go. I think I'll probably come through later and clean out all of this type of stuff. I got the upper track where it closes cleaned pretty good. Diesel came out, cleaned the seats 3 or 4 times last night. And then we'll probably start looking for possibly some new rims. These are pretty beat up. So, yeah. Almost looking like a car again. That back seat's only been out for a year. Seatbelt works. Kind of. Might have to tweak that. She likes to go up pretty slow. I think it's just binds up here, but it clips, it latches, it's safe. It's pretty much all that matters. All right, let's go to Google. Let's get the glove box in, which is 4 bolts. Then we can put the top up, pull this out. Maybe we'll do a light wash on it today. Maybe we won't. Drive time! Test drive time! So we got back from the test drive. It went good. We had the top down. Kids were loving it. It was cold. Tried to turn the heater on. No heat. So now we got to rip apart the center console and the dash again to see what's going on. And knowing me, I'm willing to bet I forgot to plug something in when I did the stereo. So let's rip it apart again. So if you don't know, you want to start here. Pop this bad boy out. I like to use these plastic tools for prying. Then I believe you pull that screw and that screw, which will lift out this whole center console, which is kind of tricky because you got to get it up over the shifter, and we got it ripped apart. Let's see if there's anything not plugged in. I can already see what the problem is. Can you? Doo-doo. That's probably the problem. Trust, but verify. A wise man once said. Do we still have nothing? Does the car got to be running? We still have nothing. Let's see what else we're missing. I admit that I mess up a lot. So that plug that was not plugged in, I don't know if you can see it. Right here. I plugged that in. So I plugged this one in, I plugged that one in. Nothing. Well, this one has a little latch that you gotta lock it in. And I snapped it in, but I didn't click it down. So I think that will have solved this problem. Whew, man, what a pain in the butt. Oh, we got airflow. If you don't know how to do that, I can probably one-hand it. This one goes here. Just get in that upper hole. And I like to push on the whole thing if I can. Snap. Yeah, I don't think I can do this with one hand. Yeah, maybe I can. You just don't want to, you don't want to break this piece. Snap. One fill up, two fill up. Oh man. I gotta start using more electric tools. This is ridiculous. This car, I tell you. Okay, close that. Throw your screwdriver on the ground. Grab your little bezel. Your little hook. Snap. Snap, snap. We're good. Ooh, tool. Almost lost that. That's one of my good ones. Okay. I think we can pull this outside and leave it there for a while. Yoink. Because about the only thing left to do is throw in some WeatherTech floor mats and deep clean this thing. Possibly flush the radiator, but not today. That's all I got on the Mustang. I know, it wasn't a very interesting video, but it was something. Have a great day. All right, I guess I can show you one more thing. That panel I was talking about that we glued the piece on is right here. And like I said, you're not going to see any of that. Now, in order to change the bulb, you're not going to be able to pull this out anymore. You're actually going to have to pull the whole panel off. But I'm wondering if they took the bulb out because it had a draw or something and was draining the battery. But yep, that's that piece. And then I ordered two thread-in plugs for here because that's bugging me. But other than that, I think we're wrapped up on the old Stangy Stang for now. Ooh. Yep. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.